Hello everybody and welcome to JGod Gaming. In today's video I'm going to be focusing a little bit on the MP40 best class setup. Then I'm going to transition to talking a little bit about why hunker is a waste of a basic training in a majority of situations. So stick around for that second half. If you're new to the channel, I typically like to do in-game breakdowns for myself as well as my subscribers, give you updates as far as news in the game, and then I'll give you best class setups as well. If any of that content sounds at all interesting to you, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button with notifications on. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this best class setup. So in my opinion, I believe having a suppressor on the MP40 is so powerful. Not because it does extra damage or any of that type of stuff, but it really puts you in a position to flank and continue to flank people and them not know where you're at. If you didn't know, when you're on the mini map, if your triangle is open, so you can see that opening space in there, that means you're not being seen on the mini map. So right now they can only hear me. They can't hear my gunfire for the most part because it's suppressed. And then I run around and get into different flanks. And you're going to see in some of these different clips that I'm going to show you, the suppressor is so key to just destroying your enemy team and them not knowing where you're at. And that's half the battle. If they don't know where you're at, you're going to win most of those gunfights. So suppressor is obviously key. And then I'm using extended mag because you definitely need that for a little bit longer ranges. You are going to use a lot of ammo because the hit marker damage is pretty high at longer ranges. And then the other part is I'm using rapid fire. You could swap that out for advanced rifling, but when I used the class setup, I felt that my gunfights were just a little bit more consistent with rapid fire over advanced rifling. And the specific gameplay we're going to see is I'm actually using Expeditionary, so I get that extra nade, I get that little tactical awareness, so if you hit them with the flashbang, they're going to light up on your map, as well as being able to have that unlimited ammo, because especially when I do these best class setup videos, I typically want to get on a little bit longer streak, and with armored, a lot of times it's a little harder to do unless you just happen to walk over your dead body after you die once and pick up that ammo. So a lot of times I use that just so I can make sure I get those longer streaks instead of forage, because I like blitzkrieg that much. I think a lot of people sleep on the suppressor because they don't realize how to use it effectively. This specific gameplay right here that you're watching is going to show off why the suppressor is so good. So right here, the range isn't that bad. I'm going and taking these guys out. And just look at the feed. I'm going to continue this feed going. I'm in their spawn, and I'm actually locking down the area. Hopefully my team will get B. You can see they're kind of working on it there. They did capture B. And I'm just absolutely going off. I got an 8 streak right there. You can see I'm going to actually get the little medal for actually getting that ultra kill. And they don't know where I'm at. I continue to run around, take them out, and I just absolutely destroy. I get the paratroopers firebombing run, and that ended up being a losing effort because I had the absolute worst team. Everyone was like below level 30. But next clip, you're going to see you can even have a little bit of fun with the suppressor that you just can't do with regular guns because they're going to know exactly where you're at. So right here you can see I actually push up the top here, and I'm shooting this guy. He doesn't know where I'm at. I kind of creep around. I shoot him again. He's still looking around. I mean, you can get the right noob. They're not going to see you on the mini map. I'm slowly moving around, and I actually got him a couple times in the same map, so it can be incredibly fun to run around with the suppressor. If you are enjoying that video so far, remember to hit that like button. I do have a goal of 150 likes, so if you can help me out with that, be very appreciated. And then go ahead and make sure you subscribe and with notifications on so you can make sure you stay up to date with the future content that I listed in the beginning. So in this specific part of the video, I'm going to go ahead and break down my specific gameplay playing domination on Gibraltar, and then actually break down my thought process as I go through the gameplay. Hopefully at the end of the video, you'll be in agreement with me that hunker is basically a wasted basic training. If not, go ahead and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section and kind of let me know whether you agree or disagree on that specific topic. If you are new to the channel, I typically like to do this part of the video because a lot of times when you use certain weapons, they have certain strengths and weaknesses and certain damage profiles that you need to stay within, and how you need to navigate the map based off your opponents, the map, the playstyle, the mode. There's a lot of different variables, so what you're going to want to do is make sure you can maximize with a specific weapon. Right here I have a suppressor. It's going to excel at these ranges. Pretty much you're only going to lose to a shotgunner, which does happen on occasion. And the key thing that I always love to do is get that map control. So right here I'm just kind of positioning myself so my teammates can take B uncontested. You pretty much want your objective as an objective player to keep control of the map and keep players off the objective, because if players are kept off the objective, they can never cap, and pretty much you're going to win. You're going to get the spawn flag and B flag, and pretty much you're going to win probably about 95 to 100% of the time. Somewhere in that window, depending on really how good your teammates are, actually holding down the other flags. You can see this guy is just basically coming around, camping our objective, and then he's just waiting for someone to walk out so he can get an easy kill. Not a very good player. My teammate's just standing around, didn't actually see that. And then I'm rotating back, paying attention to where my bouncing betties are, and positioning myself where they're not hot nade spots. So typically on the other side of that wall where that little corridor is, and it's like it makes a T on the map right there, where the guy is right here behind me. Right there, I typically don't stand right there because at the end of the day, that's a heavily naded spot right here. It's a heavy nade spot. Get in, get out, put my bouncing Betty. I end up getting shot by this little corner camper. So it's pretty frustrating at times, but you can see I still haven't died by a nade. My whole enemy team left. We're still doing pretty good though, because why? Map control. That's always the why. If you're playing map control, you're gonna win. So right now the enemy team hasn't pushed. They're not very aggressive because they could very push aggressively and outnumber my team. So right here I'm playing hard, making sure that I get these people off the objective, hoping some teammates will come towards me at some point and actually help. So you can see right here, I had never touched the objective, get outgunned apparently by a shotgunner running Expeditionary Blitzkrieg. So we'll see kind of how that plays out. He's able to call on his streaks or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm way outnumbered. It's like 2 to 1. I have 5 of us and like 8 of them. So we're in a really bad spot. My teammates aren't really contributing. I'm getting kind of killed in spawn right here. And we should be losing, but we're still winning. And the reason for that is, again, because we had that map control in the beginning. I primarily held the map control. But you can see right here, it's starting to swing just because they gain that map control. They're really putting us in a bad position. And then I get quick scoped. Quick scoping is one of the worst ways to die in this game, in any Call of Duty. Just because look at how low effort that is, dude. Like, it just got quick scoped so hard. My teammates really camping that sight line behind the back of the spawn. I don't get what the heck they're doing. But this is a real scenario. You do end up with teammates that are just this bad, and they don't play right. Right there, a shotgunner camping in the corner. So right now, we're getting in kind of a bad position because where that shotgunner was, he was actually in a really good spot. He's maintaining that map control right there, so we can't push beyond that. So I did die right there by kind of a cook nade. So that's 1 nade that I died. So hunker, all of what has saved me, maybe 1 death. And then now our team's filling up. But the reason why I don't think hunker is that valuable is because if I were to want myself to be protected from nade damage, I would just run armored. Armored is far superior to hunker in so many different ways that if you want to actually have that nade protection, it's probably better to wear armored and then use forage or whatever other basic training. You can see I'm just getting destroyed by the one-shot kill weapons because they're so much better than me with their quick scoping and their shotgunning. But that's another story. We get these lobbies, they're real. I get them too. But at the end of the day, it's not like, oh, I'm getting outgunned or outskilled. So a lot of times you just gotta ignore that stuff. And you can see what I'm doing here. Playing smart. Look at, I'm pushing up, trying to get this spawn control, and I'm pushing forward. I'm pushing deep, making sure that I'm cutting them off. Put the little bouncing Betty there, so that cuts off that choke point. And then I come around here, start getting kind of camped around the corner, and then I don't really have any force. You can see there's no teammates around me. We're losing the lead. I did get a couple kills with that bouncing Betty. But going back to what I was talking about is with hunker, really the only time you should probably use hunker at all is maybe in war. And really most people shouldn't be playing war if they're looking to get better at the game. Just because the anti-spawn flipping, the predictive locations of where people are going to be, there's a lot of variables that happen there. And you can see we're gaining the map control. So we're about to cap that B flag. We got that. And now my teammates are in a pretty good spot. But the other part is that when you're talking about war is not really there to get better. It's maybe just to do camo challenges. And at the end of the day, do you really want to make it about doing camo challenges? In my opinion, I think that's really all that war is good for. It's not going to make you a better shooter. It's good to transition if this is your first Call of Duty. But at the end of the day, you're going to need to learn to know spawns, map control, positioning. So at the end of the day, if you actually focus on certain elements to get better, as you play the game, you're going to continually get better. But you're going to want to make sure that you're playing different types of maps and different types of modes. Look at that, perfect nade. So I've died twice by a random nade. That one, pretty good, solid nade. That one was really not preventable. With hunker, I probably would have survived. But overall, like I said, armored is the superior one because hunker doesn't provide you that tactical nade protection that armored does. You can run right through a tactical nade, it won't phase you. You can run right through a nade, it won't really phase you. It'll make you a one shot, so if you do get hit, you see right here, I'm playing smart, trying to get that map control, maintain it, and then our teammates already kind of push up. I end up getting lucky, the shotgunner didn't outgun me there, and then the half's gonna switch. If you are enjoying the gameplay so far, just wait, it actually gets a little bit better at the end of this half, and you're gonna see I absolutely go off, and I actually control the map for a significant portion of the game. You can see right here, we're still up just slightly, and it's all a result of map control. The times that we had map control, we have B. When we're losing map control, we're losing B. It's a really close contested match. It should be a much further lead if my team didn't leave in the beginning. So if you are enjoying the content, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, notifications on, all that good stuff. The other part of Hunker I wanted to talk about is there's other basic trainings that are just better. You can run Specialists, and that'll allow you to get Hunker automatically once you level it up or choose it in one of the slots. But the other part is to run it with Blitzkrieg or Ordnance. You're easily going to get more kills than deaths you got costed. So right here you're going to see I died a couple times, 2 times so far to a nade. We're going to see how many kills Blitzkrieg gets me. Right now it hasn't really got me any. Maybe a couple with the recon, so I knew where people were at. But for the most part, we're going to actually see how many I actually get when I actually get an opportunity to get all my streaks. So I'm going to cycle through here. I'm positioning, waiting to see where this guy runs. And then I wish, and then I push around, get that guy. And then my teammate's kind of pushing there as well. And flank. This is where the suppressor keeps coming in, guys. I mean, people keep sleeping on the suppressor, but the suppressor is so good. You can see right there, I end up throwing a little flashbang, trying to mark the guy, and my teammates are kind of holding that line. I knew that guy has a sniper rifle, so I don't want to touch him. But right here, I'm just kind of playing smart, waiting for teammates to back me up. They don't know I'm here. Because I have the suppressor, I can actually push at a different angle. So right here, I'm still trying to push, slowly getting closer. And I get outgunned again by a shotgunner because they're so skilled. Yeah, but now you got the enemy team actually leaving. And you can see that's as a result of map control and me just killing them from behind. Even though we're not really slaughtering, they're just not really liking the way I'm playing by actually holding that area down. And as soon as I die right there, I had that little bit of map control. My teammates pushed up. They end up killing the shotgunner and everybody. Then we push that lion back this far. Go ahead and take these guys out. And then pretty much right here, we do have that map control. I don't really want to push too deep in there because I don't want the spawns to flip. And I'm just kind of positioning right here where I can actually look through here, kind of reposition and look around. And right here, based off to where the mini map's going, I'm going a little too deep into their spawn. But I want to get rid of these little bit of campers. Because there are people that camp in the back of the spawn. I loop around, my teammates are killing them. And then as a result, we triple capped. And you can see immediately what happens when you triple cap, you lose C. So if you're the type that typically pushes for that triple cap, you're probably hurting your team more than you're helping it. Luckily right now we're outnumbering the enemy team, so it just makes things just a little bit easier, especially on the map control side. You can see some of my teammates are at B, kind of holding down the sidelines, not letting people come through. And because we have map control, a lot of our teammates are able to push a little bit deeper into the spawn and not necessarily flip it. You can see right here we're able to take people out. Suppressor's just godly, guys. You definitely got to get good at using the suppressor if you want to have some little nasty feeds from behind. They're not going to even know. Right here, I get so close to getting killed. I'm just backing up, and I just ran by this dude. He didn't even know I'm there. I actually take them both out, and it snapped on. The gun still has all the power when you're in that shorter range. So don't get lost thinking that you're going to lose all kinds of power. The gun's weak or whatever. I didn't do a full reload there, but I'm able to take out a few of these guys, and they still don't know I'm in their spawn. I'm sure some of them do know. They're kind of pissed off that they're getting killed, but they don't know exactly where I'm at because my teammates are there, kind of distracting them, throwing them off. They can't really hear where I'm at. And a lot of these kills, they're not actually gunfights. The only time I got shot was when I got shot in the back. But pretty much all these are pretty much straightforward non-gunfights. I put that little firebombing run, cut off the mid, so this will hit the enemy team. I'm almost guaranteed some kills. And they're either going to spawn cave or in this back corner. So if they spawn in the back corner, they're going to run out and they're going to die. So you can see right there on the little kill feed, they are going to run in there. I'm going to get hit markers. So right here, I'm rotating back because now there's a sniper. Sniper's always got to try and ruin the game. So I got 3 kills, 4 kills, maybe 5 kills with my firebombing run. And I got paratroopers. So imagine how many kills I got because I ran Blitzkrieg instead of Hunker. Hunker didn't save me and give me tons more kills. This is actually how it's going to give me more kills. I went on a streak. I'm able to dominate this side of the map. We do get a little bit of a flip. And at the end of the day, my paratroopers are starting to go off. I'm probably going to end up with about 10, 12 kills. And because of that, we have even more map control. We're able to dominate even better and actually able to destroy the enemy team and not actually lose or relinquish any of the lead. And that's a lot of times what people don't realize is that Hunker is not going to help you get more kills. It's going to allow you to prevent a couple deaths. At the end of the day, if you get better at navigating the map, you're not going to end up in those little bad spots, bad timing. Obviously, you're going to die by nades, like I died 3 times by nades in this entire clip and got way more than that from Blitzkrieg. Even a simple fighter plane would have countered that actual nade death. So keep that in mind. Hunker is not that valuable as you think, especially if you know how to move around the map. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Remember to hit that like button. I do have a goal of 150 likes. If you can help me out with that, go ahead and subscribe. Obviously, if you're still watching to this point, you should probably subscribe to the channel because you like the content. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.